Hey there, Rajesh Menon once again. Today let's talk about what is HTML. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Hypertext means text that has links, which takes it from one place to another, just on a click or a touch. Markup language means that the text is marked with special annotation which indicates what it is to be meant for. For example, P hello there /P. In the above, P is a markup standing for paragraph and /P is the end of the paragraph. This simply is markup of the text hello there. In a HTML document, you see such markups with links, which are called hypertext. The links take you from one page to another, maybe it jumps to another part of the same page. HTML is quite a convenient way of representing documents without much fuss. HTML is readable unlike other formats which encrypt the file. For example, a PDF or a doc extension file is not readable without their appropriate readers. In this case, you will require a PDF reader or a Word reader. The latest version of HTML is HTML5. It has a lot of powerful features like Canvas, GPS support, native media, etc. While standards are being set, the implementation in various browsers and apps remain partial. Hence, there can be incompatibility among them, or to be more precise, a lack of support for some features in one application amongst others. HTML5 is a very powerful evolution of HTML over the previous standard HTML4. However, it is still work in progress. HTML5 is fully backwards compatible with HTML4, which means HTML4 will work as it is in an HTML5 application. Note that some of the features of HTML5 may not work on some browsers and may work on some other browsers. So look at the compatibility chart before you start coding. The superset of HTML is called XML, Extensible Style Sheet Language. XML is about data, not markup or formatting like HTML. XML describes data. For example, name, Rajesh Menon, /name, SSN, the number and social security number /SSN. If you note the above, the tags are assigned by us, not as per a standard. Whereas HTML can have only a limited number of tags, with XML this does not apply. A smart program can read these tags and make sense about the data. Thus, presentation is not a part of XML, while HTML is mainly about that. HTML is the front end, just the presentation. It doesn't hold data very well. For that, you have to use things like XML. To make presentations better in HTML, we have CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. These are just like HTML tags, except they have a different format. For example, P, open brace bracket, color, red, semicolon, close brace bracket, means that whatever text belongs to the P tag, that's your paragraph tag in HTML, has foreground color as red. So you can take control of the colors, you can take control of special effects. All these are enabled by CSS. And CSS3 is the latest version of CSS which works very well with HTML5. So when you learn HTML, you will also have to learn CSS. HTML5 is normally associated with CSS3, the latest CSS standard, which gives a lot of extra commands that we can use very flexibly. XML also has a CSS-like component. It's called XSLT, Extensible Style Sheet-like Transformations. While CSS is used to render HTML, XSLT does the same to XML. However, there is a bit of distinction. XSLT is a programming language, while CSS is not. CSS is just a markup language, whereas XSLT you can have if-then statements, logical booleans and data types and everything. So XSLT is for programming and CSS is for plain markup, just like HTML. The conversation about HTML and CSS is incomplete without mentioning JavaScript. Now, JavaScript is king. JavaScript is a lightweight programming language used for making pages more effective. It's used for validation, special effects like animations, and a host of other useful functionality. JavaScript has what is called as DOM, Document Object Model. This is nothing but an API. API means Application Programming Interface, or simply a bunch of functions like in any other programming language. It's a library of functions basically. However, most of them are targeted towards browsers. They're not standalone functions, most of them work inside browsers. So a browser understands JavaScript code. Document.getElementById in double quotes abc.innerHTML equal to date. Now this is a standard JavaScript program. Now in the above line, document is the parent function. GetElementById gets the inner representation of ABC, which is a label or the descriptor. And inner HTML is to replace this ABC, whether it belongs to a paragraph or a div or whatever it may be, whatever tag it may be, by date. Date open and close function means it's a function which displays the date function, which means after you execute this code, ABC will have a value of the date, the current date and time. So this is how JavaScript works. Just one example. So JavaScript is slightly complicated, right? But once you learn JavaScript fully, you will soon find that it is something that you cannot live without. HTML plus CSS plus JavaScript is a great website. Now JavaScript has libraries like Angular, React. Angular is by Google, React is by Facebook, which make JavaScript coding still easier. So thank you very much. Please subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends. Also go to our website technospirituality.com. Thank you and God bless you.